right, welcome back to Blitz here at Dawson County. Right now I'm vastly outnumbered. I have the, as I want to call the Fab Five with me right now. Sheyenne Seabolt, Ashley Parker, Jordan Moore, Karlie Bearden, and Haley Burgess, all on the Dawson County Lady Tigers team that went, as we know, 29-0 until they lost in the Elite Eight of the 3A state playoffs. Girls, thank you all for being on Blitz. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
This is definitely a first. Just totally outnumbered here. But Sheyenne, we'll start with you. Your senior season, I can't imagine you would have scripted it to go much different than it did, maybe the ending, of course. But kind of talk about what the team goals were coming in and your personal goals that you had for yourself.
Well, we had an amazing season, being 29-1. Of course, we wanted that last loss to be a win, obviously. But we did very well this season, and it was just awesome to play my last year with amazing people and all my, literally my best friends. So, I mean, it was just a great season. And our goal, obviously, was to win the state championship, but we came up short, but we had an amazing season overall.
Now, Ashley, it's going to be hard to see Dawson County play next year without the four seniors that were on the team this year. Ashley, you also had a great year. Can't imagine, again, like Sheyenne, that you would have imagined a better season than you had. But talk about, notably, the 29-game win streak. That is quite impressive, and it kind of puts you guys at #1 in the state. Talk about what it was like to go through that win streak, and did you ever at any point feel like it was ever going to end?
It was unbelievable, really. Never experienced anything like that. But we obviously didn't want it to end. But we can't let that one loss get in the way of us recognizing all of our accomplishments this year.
Absolutely, because you definitely left a legacy there for sure, and there's no questioning that. So Karlie, you kind of paced this offense this year. It's a lot of fun watching you kind of run the point a lot and be the main ball handler there. But talk about what it's like to play alongside, of course, Ashley and Sheyenne, both that are 1,000-point scorers, and kind of alleviates a lot of that pressure, I imagine, for yourself.
Yeah, it's always good having. There's always four out there with me that there's no weak links. Like, if one person's struggling one game, then there's always somebody there that will step up and take over. So it was always fun to have them. Played with them since I was little. Never miss them.
Yeah.
But it's always been good to have them that are always solid and consistent.
Yeah, definitely are going to miss them, as well as Jordan. You're a senior as well. Fantastic season for you as well. Talk about what it was like when you take a look back at being part of history, because that's what it was. Sometimes you get caught up in the season and you don't really realize how special this year was, and I know you do realize it. But talk about how it was, what it was like to be a part of this historic team.
We came a long way. Of course, we expected to win the state championship, but I wouldn't take those 29 games that we won and the region championship and all that. I wouldn't trade that for anything, even if we did lose our last game.
Now, Haley, you're just a junior, so it's good that you and Karlie are both going to be back to kind of anchor the starting lineup next year. Talk about the way that you've been able to elevate your game over the last few years, because we have seen the improvement that you've made, and you were just incredible this season. Talk about what's been the key to elevating your game, and where do you go from here going into next year?
Well, I had a lot of people come up to me and say, oh, y'all have a good team, you have big post players, you have Karlie that can help out, and they always look to who's going to be a point guard, who's going to be that one, they have to get the ball down. So that pushed me really hard to get there. And then just being able to be with them four, it was so much easier to be able to play the way I could play them behind my back no matter what, even if it was a bad game.
Yeah. Cheyenne, what's it like being able to, as we all mentioned so far, just the offensive weapons on this team is just incredible, because it's not just the five of you, but players that would be able to come off the bench, such as Peyton Porter, and others as well that could come in and come up with a big clutch shot. But what's it been like for you to be able to play with, you're a 1,000-point scorer, but also Ashley is, and you had Karlie Gilreath a couple of years ago. Karlie Bearden's on her way, may get there next year. So what's that like, being able to play with, potentially 3 other 1,000-point scorers?
Well, it really pushed me really hard when Karlie got her 1,000 points, because I was like, oh, I want to do that. That's one of my main goals, and then I got it, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. And then Ashley got hers, and we were just unstoppable, I guess.
Yeah.
And like we all work really well together, and obviously we're really like dominant in scoring. So I think we're one of the like high scoring teams like in our region overall. I think we score like, as Coach Sweat says, we have really high scoring games. So
yeah, and you won your games by an average margin of 25 points per contest, which is incredible. Made for a lot of blowouts, but a lot of fun to watch. But where did the outside game come from? Because we've seen you shoot the deep ball a little bit more this year than we have in the past.
Yeah, well, I mean, we practice it at practice, of course. Like, we all shoot outside, so, I mean, I just like to shoot outside sometimes if I'm open, of course. So,
Ashley, for you, you also shoot the outside shot occasionally. But talk to me about the 1,000 points when you got it. What was that moment like for you? Did you realize how close you were when you got there? Describe that experience.
I did know how close I was. I was like counting it down. Every game before that is just nerve-wracking because you don't know like how you're gonna do, when you're gonna get it, and but when you do get it, it's an awesome feeling. It's like you've accomplished something that you've been working towards for the past 4 years, and it's just really fun.
And talk about also being able to sign with North Georgia. So congratulations, first of all, on that. That's quite an accomplishment. Talk about that recruiting process for you. What it was like to notably get that out of the way before you get into the season, so that you're able to, give all of your attention and focus onto the team.
Yeah, signing before our season started, it took a lot of the pressure off because when there are like scouts coming to watch, everybody has nerves, it's like I gotta do good, but it took a lot of the pressure off and just let us play our game.
I imagine you still had them occasionally come watch you play though. What was that? Did they throughout the season as well?
Yeah.
What was that? Did you feel the same kind of pressure then as well?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like you still have to do good because you're there. You want to impress them because you're going to be there next year, but not as much, really.
Right. Yeah, because you kind of already have your spot, on the team. Karlie, again, you've just been phenomenal since your freshman year. It's been a lot of fun to watch you play, and again, I'm looking forward to next season being able to see you get. I think you'll get to the 1,000 points, but how do you work on your game moving forward? And I guess what do you have kind of set for your encore performance? I guess.
As a team, I think we need to work on our defense because we score a lot, but we have to be able to keep others from scoring too. So all around that we can do. Maybe scoring a little more, looking for open shots, but definitely being able to pass is going to be very effective.
Yeah, I think it will be, especially from the guard position. Both of you will be able to have an impact next year. But Jordan, when you look at a team that has the success that Dawson County had this year, team chemistry always plays a role in that, because if you girls don't get along, there's no doubt you're not going to go 29-0 and then to the Elite Eight. But talk about the chemistry between this team on and off the court.
Well, of course, we've been together since we were 7, obviously. We talk about that a lot. But that's played a part because we've been successful all of these years. We've always been good, and this year it really showed how hard we've worked all these years.
Now, Haley, of course, your dad, Coach Burgess, is the coach for the boys team. So, of course, you probably eat, sleep, breathe basketball, and that's probably been something you've known your whole life. Talk about how important basketball is and how that kind of translates into your passion for the game.
Well, this year it definitely came out. Like, I definitely saw how much it meant to me with the success we had. It was a lot of fun. Coming home and talking to my dad, seeing how proud he was of me, it really got to me. It's just awesome. It's awesome being able to play with them. I think this is the first time in 3 years we've had a student section, and it was such an awesome crowd and environment we played in throughout the year.
Right.
Everyone behind us was incredible.
Yeah, community sport's pretty big, and they travel too, which is a big deal. All right, so when I ask this question, I'm hoping I don't get a crazy answer, because I've had people say that when they're on big win streaks, they don't wash their socks or something like that. If you think about a 29-game win streak, I sure hope you washed your socks or something. But were there any crazy superstitions on this team during that streak?
Not too bad. We always went out to lunch at Chick-fil-A after school every day. Coach Sweat got us prepared very well, especially for the away games. He'd get us focused. We all looked at each other and were like, we have to win this game. We knew how important it was to us, and I think that's what got us to where we were.
Cool. Yeah, and that builds into the team chemistry as well. So one of you seniors can answer this. Do you have any regrets when you look back on this season? I mean, again, I know you all wanted the state championship, but when you look back, it's just an incredible year.
I don't think we have any regrets coming to this year. Our goal was to win the state championship, but overall, we made history, and I think that's a great way to end your senior year.
Jordan, what when you look back on the season, what is your favorite memory that you had of your senior year?
Had to be the region championship. We worked really hard for that. We wanted to win that so bad. It did put us in a difficult spot on the bracket, but I wouldn't trade that for anything.
And Cheyenne, speaking of the 7 AAA championship, just an incredible feeling just to watch you girls celebrate there on the court at Franklin County, taking down East Hall, who was a team that was actually overlooked quite a bit because they also advanced to I guess the quarterfinals or whatever. But talk about what it was like to accomplish that, because again, you were part of the team that just a few years ago made it to the state finals, but that team didn't win a region title.
Yeah, it was our first region title, so it was like a really great accomplishment, and especially like we hadn't won with the group of girls now. I don't know in years back if when they had won or whatever, but it's been a while since a region title was won, so it felt really awesome to like be that team that got the titles.
Yeah. Karlie and Haley, but you two can both kind of finish this whole thing off. But talk about, like, there are some naysayers out there that, as you mentioned before, they have said, the post presence kind of is the, what keeps this team going. And so with Ashley and Cheyenne leaving, there are, occasionally people that think, can this team repeat the kind of success you had this year? How do you do that without having that dominant presence inside?
We definitely have to rework the way that we play. We're not going to have the big zone low like we've had in the past, but our guards are very strong, and Caitlin Simpson's coming up doing very well. And I think we're just going to have to work hard and be able to get some stops, and I think it'll be fine next year. We'll do good.
This is an opportunity for someone to come up and step up. They know what's open. We could have 5 guards in there at once. Who knows? But we're going to be successful either way, and we're going to work hard towards what we want next year.
Well, girls, I really appreciate having you on here. Congratulations on an incredible season. I know we all wish it would have gone just a few games further, but can't take away from the legacy you left behind. And again, just congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
The most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill, an oven, or a smoker? Yes, it's the Big Green Egg, and you can get yours now at Bob and Ted's Trophy in Clarksville, an authorized gold certified dealer. The Big Green Egg stands alone as the most versatile barbecue or outdoor cooking product on the market, with more capabilities than all other conventional cookers combined. From appetizers to entrees to desserts, the Big Green Egg will exceed all of your expectations for culinary perfection. Bob and Ted's offers 6 convenient sizes to choose from, and all the egg accessories you'll ever need. Whether novice or expert, come see why the Big Green Egg is the only outdoor cooker you will ever need.